Welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to World Domination Wednesday. World Domination Wednesday is all about your customer and how to sell to them, how to get them, how to keep them. And we've been talking about this for a long time. So if you need to listen to any previous episodes, go to my YouTube channel at jgtips.com/YouTube. But I guess I'm trying to get on quick here, so let's continue on. We've been talking about being customer-focused selling. So let's go and have a look at the slides. So many online marketers make basic mistakes when it comes to marketing to their customers because they simply fail to understand their customers. If you can put yourself in your customer's shoes, you can be a success. It's easy to understand what they want and how to deliver it to them, of course, if you understand who they are. So when you empathize with them, you can create a marketing message that resonates with them and shows that you're a responsive business that cares about your customers. Understanding what your customer wants will be critical in terms of what they want to buy. When you put yourself in your customer's shoes, you quickly understand what they're looking for. So if you're going to a restaurant, for example, imagine what you'd expect if you were looking for a meal. So in terms of being a customer for a restaurant, what are you expecting? And then what are you expecting when you go to a shop? Well, if you wanted to visit a shop, you would want it to be clean and friendly, offering something others don't, or certainly offering something that you want. So each online niche also has certain characteristics that are unique to it, and it's what your customers look for in that niche. It's going to be unique. So for example, in the health niche of senior citizens looking for pain relief, you are going to be quite different marketing than you would be marketing to young people who want to exercise to lose weight, or seniors may want to exercise to lose the pain. So each online niche has certain characteristics of what the customer wants. So you have to figure that out in order to market to them. Don't only think about what they want, but also what they don't want. Sometimes finding out what they don't want is the easier way to figure out what they do want. So there's always risk in terms of involved in making purchases. So a customer is, when they choose to come to your business for the first time, they're going to be, if you can imagine, they would be very concerned, and they would be maybe a bit tense about actually parting with their money to purchase your product or service. So you could address their concerns by having maybe frequently asked questions on your website, easy to understand, or have a 30-day guarantee so that they know they can return it if it's not what they want. So you want to have to make sure as a marketer that your customers do not have to worry or object to what you have on your website in terms of it eases their fears and concerns about your product or service so that they will purchase. So another good trait of an online marketer, in order to figure out what your customers want, is to understand them by shutting up and listening to them. Sorry. One of the biggest mistakes marketers can make is to assume. Never assume. In order to really understand your customers, you need hard data that they provide themselves. Listen to your customers' feedback about your company, as well as the conversations they have online. You can learn about people's thoughts and feelings through blogs, through their blog comments, through their forum postings, and what they say on social media sites. You can also solicit the specific data that you want by directly asking them to take a survey, for example, and give you feedback on questions you might have. So online surveys are incredibly easy to conduct these days. You can get a free one from Google Forms. You can also use a free tool like SurveyMonkey, and it's just a matter of giving your customers an incentive to actually fill in the survey and give you some feedback. So it makes it a no-brainer to get information back from your customers if you can, because there are easy tools to use. So some of the questions that you would have to consider in terms of what you should ask your customers: think about any company you deal with on a regular basis and analyze your feelings towards that that company. And then try to discover why you feel that way by asking yourself a few questions. So you could ask, what do you like or dislike about that company? You could ask yourself, what makes you want to go back and do business with them again, or don't do business with them again? Is their image friendly and professional, or is it remote? Can you easily get what you want from them? And are interactions with them smooth and seamless? So when you ask these questions of that company, ask that of yourself as well. What is your process in terms of your customers, and is it easy for them to contact you and have interactions with your sales page, etc.? What's another question you could ask of a company that you like to go to is, what does the company do when you're not satisfied with their products or services? And is it something that makes you happy that they have this process when you aren't satisfied? Through these questions, you can understand as a customer what makes a business's service good or not, and then use the feedback from looking also at how you feel about a company and these questions that I just mentioned to make a better customer-focused experience for your business. So by using these 5 or 6 questions about a company, you could even ask, if you find that you have a very responsive customer email list, you could ask those questions of your own customers. So let's have a look at one of those questions. You could ask your customer, what makes you want to go back and do business with me again, for example. Why? And you could ask, what do you like or dislike about your business? And they could give you feedback depending on how you feel about your customer's email list or on the phone. Have a few questions, or even on your website. After they finish buying, maybe you can have a feedback form for them to just give you a few responses as to how easy it was to buy from you, and get some feedback so that you can improve the customer-focused experience for your business. Now, for more on customer selling and focusing on the customer, I've had a discussion on this on World Domination Wednesday at my YouTube channel at jgtip.com, http://jgtips.com/YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel and look for my World Domination episodes on Wednesday, and you will find that we start with looking at defining the customer journey, defining the customer experience, defining how we can get customers, how we can sell to customers, how selling to customers has changed from previous years, as well as how to keep customers with customer experience in your business after the sale. So this is Jane Gardner, and we'll be talking more on customer-focused selling next week. Thank you.